All right. So, as I like to say with these things, as long as everything is working the way that it should be working, we are now live. So, hello and welcome to everyone who is watching the Written Melanin channel. Wherever this day may have found you, I'm so glad that you are here. My name is Chelsea, and I write books about Black girls who aren't all that nice. And we are here for more March Madness writing sprint. So, whoop whoop. Today's what, Wednesday? So, writing today and tomorrow and planning to be productive. So if you're here, let us know what you are working on, what you're planning to accomplish on this here given day. And yeah, as for me, shocker, still working on Project Necromancer. But my goal for today is to finish up part 1. I am working on chapter 12. I finished chapter 13 on Monday. So took a rest day yesterday because it was very much needed. So back to the grind today. Gonna try to finish up chapter 12, which this one is gonna take a little bit more effort because I only have like 160 words in it so far. So I have to write the entirety of the chapter, but I'm also hoping that it goes kind of smoothly because I've been thinking about it for a while. So we'll see how things play out. We will see how things play out. But yeah, my goal for today is 1,607 words. So I'm like, okay, cool. Been hitting the word count, going over a little bit, so it's coming down. That is also based off of me having a 110,000 word story and having it done by the end of April. I will probably have to bite the bullet and actually adjust this goal to something more reasonable because I think I mentioned it here and I mentioned it to someone else. I can't remember because, as y'all probably know, I talk a lot. So one of the things that I realized is like, oh, I just finished part 1 of this book, right? Or I'm about to finish it today, gonna just like speak it into existence, right? I was like, part 1's almost done. I was like, that's 13 chapters. And I'm like, I have to write the entirety of part 2. And this book is already almost at 70,000 words. It's going to be over 70,000 words by the time I finish chapter 12. So I'm like, realistically speaking, going at this trajectory, this book is about to be about 140,000 words. So I'm like, I probably need to be writing a lot more if I want to have it done on time. And it's also the reality that when I made this goal, I was like, oh, totally forgot about the short story that I need to be writing for an anthology. So I'm like, cool, we're going to be busy, booked and busy, right? So that's a problem for future Chelsea to work out. But I am feeling pretty good about chapter 12. It's from Nessa's point of view, and for whatever reason, Nessa's point of view is the hardest perspective to write for this book for whatever reason. And to me that is always so wild because this is her book. Like, she is the character who I wrote this entire book centered around, and the other perspective, Carol, kind of came up later once I figured more about what the book was about. Carol's chapters flying through. Nessa's chapters, I will be stuck on it for weeks, months. So hopefully this is not the case this time. But yeah. Also, shout out to Ben, who was here. He was first. And also, La is here. Hello, welcome, good morning. Rachel is here. Hello. Hope you guys are doing well. Let me know what you're working on today. Let's see here. I said I'm not working today. I'm giving myself the rest of the week to chill. I need a break. You have earned it. You have absolutely earned it. So I'm proud of you for taking some time off. That being said, I emailed you back. I got the book. I'm excited. I will probably be reading it. I say working on it. I'll probably be reading it next week sometime because this week I'm really trying to get as much done with Project Necromancer as humanly possible. But I'm excited to get into it. Let's see here. JK is here. Hello, welcome. Good morning. I hope you're doing well. Ben piping in to say Carol is the best. He clearly has a favorite. And it tickles me. But yeah, Tremaine is here. Good morning, love. How are you? Silent watching today. Rough couple of days. Working on book 2 and 3 edits. Hit the like button. Happy sprinting. I second all of that. I'm sorry you've had a rough couple of days. I hope that things are getting better and that your edits are going smoothly. So rooting for you, and thank you for tapping the like button and reminding others to do it. Shannon came in and said the same thing. So hello, welcome. And also a reminder that Shannon is participating in March Madness. So she is sprinting after me today at 6 o'clock on her channel. So make sure you're subscribed to her, have the notifications turned on, and I linked to the video that's coming up later this evening. So you have no excuses. No excuses. But yeah. Let's see here. Rachel said, I had to take off yesterday, so I'm kind of doing both days of work today if possible. Yeah, I feel that. Honestly, it's one of the things that I feel like I have to remind myself of a lot, especially once the year essentially starts going, like after January, January, February, New Year kind of vibe wears off and we start like falling back into the hustle and bustle of like everyday life. I have to like remind myself to like, hey, it's okay to take a break. It's okay to take a day off. It's okay to breathe before getting back into going at things full force. So I get it. If you are taking a rest day, I hope that you are getting the most restful rest that you have ever gotten, because it's necessary. And please be gentle with yourself and don't let your mind talk you into being like, oh, you should be doing something. Resting is doing something. It's important. It's necessary. It is good. So saying it more for myself than anyone else, but if you needed to hear it as well, there you go. Let's see here. La said, I'm excited for you to get into it. I hope you love it. I'm sure I will. Like, I'm excited. In case you guys didn't know, La's book is supposed to be, she's working on it, and she just sent it out to beta readers, and I'm one of the fortunate people who get to read it, and I'm super excited to get into it. So, and as y'all know, I've been reading a lot more lately, which is wild. And I'm like, have I just been in a reading slump for like the last decade? I don't know. But getting into reading more, so I'm actually really excited to read her book. I'm not going to tell you guys too much about it. Like, that's her news to announce if she wants to. But I'm excited for it. I am super excited for it. And then not La also popping in to be like, Marnie is top tier. So Carol and Marnie they're in the same perspective. And yeah, La and Ben very clearly have favorites. And I'm giving La the benefit of the doubt because I almost never send her any chapters from Nessa's point of view, only because I know that she will eat up the stuff with Carol and Marnie. But still, I'm just like, y'all don't be hating on my girl. She's messy, but she's entertaining. Let's see here. Also, Ash Wright Slots is here. Good day, ma'am. I don't know. Whenever she says good day in my head, I just read it like good day, sir. And yeah, anyway. Hello, welcome. Hope you're doing good. Also, shout out to Ash as well. She's also participating in March Madness. So make sure you are subscribed to her channel as well. She does drinking rights in the evenings. So get into it. Although sometimes it hasn't been lately, but I know towards the end when I'm really like in crunch time for my books, I will also be drinking and writing at 11 o'clock in the morning, and I have no shame in admitting that. I just don't advertise it. But yeah, sometimes, but not usually. Let's see here. I don't hate Nessa, not at all. Nessa's great, but Marnie is bae. You know what? I can't even argue with that. So yeah. I honestly, I love writing them. They're so obsessed with each other, and I'm just like, they're annoying, but I love them. They're cute. They're fun. But Nessa is out here running the world. She's got one thing on her mind, and it is not any of her love interests, for sure. But that's neither here nor there. But that being said, I am actually super excited to get into this writing today because I have been sitting on chapter 12 and I was like, I'm not going to touch it. I'm not going to play with it. I'm not going to mess with it. I'm just let it be what it is. So goal for today is to write chapter 12 so that tomorrow I can review chapter 12 and 13 and send it to Ben so he can read it over the weekend. And then I can get started on part 2. So that's kind of the goal. That's kind of the plan. We're going to see how that works out. This first sprint, I'm going to be finishing up my breakfast because y'all be so proud of me. I actually remembered to eat and get my breakfast ready before the first sprint. So yeah. Well, I can't say I don't hate Nessa. You know what? Ben has beef with Nessa, and I find that hilarious at this point, honestly. Honestly, because girl is just out here living her best life, and he's hating on her hard, and it's okay. It's okay. She's problematic. I'm sure other people will also have problems with Nessa when they read her because she is messy and she is problematic, and that is the beauty of who she is, I guess. It was unexpected, but you know, life be life, and sometimes I tried not to make her that way. I just want you to know that if anyone ever reads this book and you read this moment with Nessa, I need y'all to know I tried to not make her like this. I tried really hard, but she would not let me let her be great. She would not let me let her be great. So it is what it is. It is what it is. But that being said, you guys, that is our first 10 minutes. Hopefully you guys are here and ready to be productive. We're going to go ahead and get into this first sprint. If you are new around these parts, welcome. I hope you are productive and enjoy being here. We do 45-minute sprints with chill hop in the background. And my timer does make a little beep, but I don't know if you'll hear it. So when you hear me talking to you, that'll be time to come back and let us know what you did, how you did, all of that good stuff. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and get into this first sprint, and I hope everyone is productive. So good luck, everyone. All right, you guys, that is it for that sprint. So come on back, let us know what you did, how you did, all of that good stuff. As for me, I am up to 512 words thus far. Nothing too crazy. Sorry, y'all know I can't do two things at one time. Let me write this down before I forget. All right, there we go. And yeah, and I did not get my starting word count before this, so I'm gonna have to do some mathing. But anyway, anywho, let me know how you guys did. Also, shout out to Deja and Margaret, who came in while we were sprinting. Hello, welcome. Hope you guys are doing great. Let's see here. Margaret said, working on paid magazine work now. Awesome. We love paid work. That is a beautiful thing. So hope that is going smoothly for you. Let's see here. Rachel said, I'm writing up citations and the last prompt question has just been answered in the article. Awesome. La said, I got food. 'Tis yummy. Awesome. Awesome. And before I forget, this is your reminder to stretch, breathe, drink some water, do whatever it is that you need to do to take care of yourself. Like I said, am feeling pretty good. Nessa's chapters always feel like weird to me and awkward until I really get into it. So I'm gonna let it be what it is. I'm gonna let it be what it is and just let it go. Yeah, that's pretty much where I'm at. That's pretty much where I'm at. I need to do some mathing because me being who I am, I forgot to put my starting word count in for today. So, tracking is a little bit difficult when you don't have the right numbers in. So, let me do that. Oh, okay. There we go. Okay, there we go. Adjusted. So, let's see here. Ben said, got a good amount of work done, plus watched a couple more episodes of Kenshin. Sounds good. Sounds good. Also, if you guys are into anime, Ben's rewatching Kenshin. They remade it or redid it or whatever, and we were talking about it before I started sprinting, and apparently it's actually a really good remake for the simple fact that they didn't change anything. They just updated the animation quality so that it's no longer like an anime from like the late 80s, early 90s, but it actually looks like an anime from, you know, like the 2020s. So it's a lot easier to watch, which is nice. I feel like uh I Roroni, who, the Batozai? Is that the correct answer? Um P.S. Still looking for someone who wants VHSs of a bunch of anime. What anime is it? Just out of curiosity. Out of curiosity. Cause I honestly I still have a bunch of VHS tapes. So yeah. Sorry, my brain is all over the place, you guys. We still have a bunch of VHS tapes because we have all the Disney movies, you know, the ones that they used to have in the vault and then out of the vault before they had Disney streaming. So I have all of them. I have several of the DVDs as well. Very much Disney kid. So what kind of anime are we talking? You got some Dragon Ball Z over there? Like, just out of curiosity. um. So yeah. Margaret, do you have like my Instagram or Twitter or anything like that where you can send it to me? Because I am actually curious, or you can email it to me if you want. I know you have my email. Like, I'm curious. I am curious. Uh, we like vintage quality, yes. And how's the writing going? Um, writing is going well. Honestly, well enough. I don't have any complaints. I can send the photo on IG. Appreciate it. I will take a look at it during the next sprint if you go ahead and send it. But yeah, um, as far as the writing, like I said, I don't know. I need to adjust my settings so that I can actually see because honestly, I want to get this book done before the end of April because I do need to write things for other. I do need to start writing for other things, but I'm also like I don't want to be stressed. So trying to find that balance, especially with like trying to balance other life things, is what I'm struggling with right now because I'm like other things have to be done. It's like not optional. So, but when I what was it last week? This week? I'm not sure. I don't have any podcast like recordings that I have to do. And so like not having anything where it's like I have to do this, I have to do that. I have like scheduled meetings. I have things where I have to dedicate my time and just being able to be like, okay, I'm just going to sit down and write and I'm going to get as much done as possible. It's like it was so much easier to actually write a lot more when it was like my word count was only 1,600 words. It's like, oh, I can easily go past this. But when my word count gets like really up there, I'm just like, I don't know if I don't know if I'm built for this. So it's been going a lot better now that I've adjusted my goals, but my goals on multiple fronts are no longer realistic for what I'm actually trying to do. So the writing is going smoothly, but I don't know if I'm going to actually hit the timeline that I'm hoping to hit, if that makes sense. But I'm going to try to push myself a little bit more than I am currently, but we'll see how that works out. We will see how that works out because, like I said, I feel like this book is going to be a lot longer than the projected goal on Dabble, and I also feel like I want to get it done sooner, which means that I really need to be writing more words in one day. But we're not going to talk about that right now. We're going to stick to the plan until the plan goes awry. But let me know how the writing is going for you guys. Like I said, Project Necromancer, especially if you are like in the Discord with me or familiar with me talking about it, or you're probably sick of hearing me talk about it, honestly. So I apologize for that. But I really thought this project was going to be like a little refresher in between book 2 and 3 of the Wrath of the Gods series, and yeah, it turned into a whole thing. So yeah, here we are. Here we are. Let's see here. That makes sense. Before April is my deadline as well, especially when it comes to getting Project Sugar and Spice to a developmental editor. I got you. I got you. So yeah, honestly, we're in March. So if I can have it done by the second week of April, I will be happy. My original goal, I'm not even talking about my previous goals because they have shifted so much. They have shifted so much, it's ridiculous. But um I really wanna have this done by April at the latest. So far we're on track for that. We'll see. I have a couple of weeks in between client work, so I'm going to try to like throw everything at the wall during this time before I have to like get back into like a very structured like, oh, I have to make time for this other thing. So yeah, we'll see how it works out. We will see how it works out. Um, I think the only thing that I really have to do is I have a couple more podcast episodes coming up. Speaking of, I did drop a new podcast episode on it's video on YouTube, but it's also on whatever podcast platforms you guys like. I spoke with Brittany Morris. She's the author of Slay, The Cost of Knowing, The Jump, and she's also written for like video games for like Marvel and stuff. And she talked about writing for video games. She talked about querying. She talked about what publishing is really like behind the scenes. Like, she gave a lot of really good information. So there is a video on the channel, but like I said, you can listen to it, the Written in Melanin podcast, wherever you get podcasts from as well. So if you're interested in traditional publishing, she really did talk a lot about it and kind of what that process was like for her. And then she also talked about writing a whole book in like 11 days. And I was just like, that is insane. That is absolutely insane. But it worked out in her favor. So I'm like, okay, I clearly need to get on my grind. I clearly need to get on my grind. But I think for me, the other thing is that I went so hard with writing We Are Dying Gods that I'm just like, that's not really sustainable, because I really had like a hard deadline, because like We Are Dying Gods had to come out on Audra's birthday. And I was just like, I have to get it done. Like, this is a hard schedule. So on one hand, it's nice to know that like, oh, if I have a hard deadline like that, then I can meet it. But it's also like, I don't want to do that again. That was not fun. Which is why I think Project Necromancer is taking me so long. It's simply because coming off of that, I'm just like, I got time. I got time. I'm not telling anybody when this book is going to be done, when it's coming out, none of it. Like, I am not putting that stress on myself. But maybe I need to if I really want to get it done. Who knows? Who knows? Let's see here. I really want to self-publish Project Sugar and Spice before June, or at least before spring ends, because my book starts in spring but ends in fall. I got you. I got you. Well, if you need any help, I do offer, whatchamacallit, coaching services for how to self-publish your books and stuff. And $20 gets you an hour. We could talk about, your timeline and things like that. That's actually how La and I started talking, because she was one of my clients. And then we were just like, oh, we're actually like cool. We mesh. So yeah, all that to say that if you need help, I got you. And yeah, I also offer developmental editing services. So that's also a thing. If you're interested, like, all of it's on my website, which is down in the description box. So, I believe in you. I'll be cheering you on. 11 days, only my dreams. Yeah. Thank you for the cheering me on. I'm going to try to get it done. And I know your birthday's on a Tuesday this year, babe. I do. I thought about it. I really thought about it. But you know what? We are in March. Okay, we're about to go into April. Your birthday is in August. I am not writing, editing, and promoting a book, but in that amount of time. That's not even 6 months. That's not even 6 months. Like, who do you think I am? Who do you think I am? I don't know. I am not that person. Whoever she is, whoever you think I am, I'm sure she's great, but I am not her. So, that being said, you guys, we're going to go ahead and get into this next sprint. I am going to take some of my own advice and stand up and stretch a little bit during this sprint. But like you guys already probably know at this point, we will have 45 minutes on the clock. Chill hop in the background. And when you hear me talking to you again, it'll be time to come back and let us know what you did, how you did, all of that good stuff. So, hope you guys are productive, and we will talk in 45 minutes. So, happy sprinting, everyone. right, you guys, that is it for that sprint. So come on back, let us know what you did, how you did, all of that good stuff. As for me, I am up to 1,463 words, and shout out to having a graveyard, because some things come back in handy and you don't have to write it again. So I'm like, cool, I can reuse a scene that I wrote a while ago, back when, if you might remember, I was stuck on chapter 8 for the longest. There are some parts of it that I'm like, oh, this would actually work better here, so I'm able to kind of repurpose it. So I'm feeling pretty good about it. Still a ways to go before this chapter is done, but making headway. So let me know how you guys are doing. Also, shout out to Comet, who came in while we were working. Hello, welcome. I hope you are doing well. Let's see here. Margaret said, back to the roofing issues. So leaving us on mute. Awesome. Okay. I hope things get better for you. And thanks for popping in case you can't come back, etc. So yeah. Tearing myself away from all the jobs to get out of my pajamas and eat some food, a late stretch break, happy writing. Yeah. So if you see this in the future, have a good day. If not, I understand. So, that was our second sprint, and y'all, I'm not even gonna hold you. I'm not even gonna lie. I am tired. Like, I feel like I'm at a point where I'm always like, okay, these things need to happen in Nessa's point of view, but what order do they need to happen in? And will it all happen in this chapter? And the reason I feel like I struggle so much with Nessa is simply because I feel like there's always so much that needs to happen because of what she's dealing with. And I'm just like, okay, is this going to fit? Because I'm such a long-winded writer for whatever reason, left or right. And so it's just like, things that I think can fit into the chapter, I'm like, maybe not. And then I'm like, well, maybe it could fit if I switch up the order. And so I inevitably end up sitting here being like, okay, maybe I should do, X, Y, and Z, or I could do A, B, and C, or I could do, 1, 2, 3. And I'm just like, you know what? This is actually quite stressful. So I am trying very hard to be like, you know what? I'm just going to let it be what it is in the way that feels natural right now. And if I need to switch it up, change it up later, then that is what I will do. But as I say, you cannot edit a blank page. So that's kind of where I'm at with all of this. I'm just like, okay, we will see how this works out. But like I said, it's coming together. I've got about 200 words. I'm going to try to hit the word count goal as it is for right now today first, just so I can get that little message that says, good job, you hit your word count goal. But then after that, I'm going to take some time and actually update it to what the actual word count goal or projected word count goal with the actual date, to see how many words I actually need to write, just so that I kind of have a concept. I might change it back just so I can keep hitting the goals or whatever, but we will see. But I do want to actually know what I need to be doing to get to where I'm trying to be. So currently the entire manuscript is up to 69,685 words. So definitely on the right track so far. Hopefully even after I change it, I'll still be 50% or more through the book. So not too bad, nothing too crazy. And since today is Wednesday, I don't think I have anything else on my plate. I was going to try to get some recording done to give you guys some more pre-recorded content, but I think I'm just going to let it be what it is. And then I will return to uploading more pre-recorded content for you guys in April, simply because I really kind of want to focus on getting as much of this book done during this time that I have away from committed clients as possible. So got to get some priorities in order, but I think we're almost there. I think I got it figured out. Mostly because I'm like, if I can just focus and get this done, I know for a fact that when I don't have any other distractions, and by distractions I mean literally other responsibilities, I can really sit down and bang a story out. So We'll see. And also with the reality of talking to Brittany Morris and her being like, she wrote a book in 11 days, I'm like, I really need to up my game. Like, I know people write books, like full novels all the time during like NaNoWriMo and stuff, like during 30 days, or they do challenges and stuff where they write books in a certain amount of time. And I'm just like, I know it can be done. So I just need to figure out what my secret ingredient is. I need to find out, what is it? Chemical X, Powerpuff Girls. I need to find my Chemical X that's going to make me super powered, because I have not found it yet. And that's what I need to get to. Let's see here. Ben said he finished his design. Awesome. Just have to try and get my deliverables together before the end of the day. Sounds good. I mean, you got another 2.5 hours. So you're good. You're good. You got this. Next sprint is going to be the third one. And you guys know that I only guarantee 3 sprints. We might go beyond that because, like I said, I'm really trying to get things done. So I may do a couple more sprints than normal, but we will see how things work out today. Yeah. I don't know. I'm in a good place. So I'm trying to send her and be like, okay, next sprint, this is what we're doing. But we will see how that works out. Like I said earlier in the sprint, I think I told you guys, Dabble wasn't working this morning. So I was going back and forth with that. So the desktop version is working now again. And I'm like, okay, cool. This makes my life a lot easier. But when I was on the website this morning going through everything, I was like, oh, there are actually a lot of features here that I like. It's one of those things where it's like, I know about it, but I don't really use them. And I'm like, I should probably use these a little bit more. I know they have an integration with Pro Writing Aid. I don't know if it's on the tier that I have, but I have been thinking about instead of moving everything over to Microsoft Word to kind of go through like I normally do, I'm considering just doing it in Dabble. But we will see. Let's see here. You wrote Keeping Promises pretty quickly, all things considered. I wrote Keeping Promises in 3 months, but that was a novella though. So I feel like that doesn't count. I feel like that doesn't really count. But then again, I wrote We Are Dying Gods, drafting it also pretty quickly. I drafted the entire book in 3 months. So, I mean, I can definitely write faster. It's just, I don't always write fast. And I'm not sure what the defining factor is. I don't know. It might just be pure motivation, and that comes and goes. So, at the very least, I'm consistent with my writing, which I can appreciate. I'm just not the fastest writer out there. And I just kind of have to accept that for what it is, especially since I do other things. And I think I also have to be kind to myself about that, especially since I'm getting back into my reading era. It just, things take time. And I also need breaks. That's also a reality. So, we'll see. We will see. But like I said, I don't have any other outside responsibilities today. So I'm really going to try to sit down, buckle up, lock in, and get this done. Because the reality of it is, if I can get more things done today, then obviously that'll be less that I have to do tomorrow. So, we'll see. We'll see how things work out. There are also a couple things that I need to do for the podcast. So I feel like that's a Friday Chelsea task when I'm not doing March Madness. And I think that's another thing too. I feel like March Madness is great, but as I'm doing it this year, I also realized that streaming 3 to 4 times a week is a lot. It's a lot. So next year, I would probably limit myself to only streaming twice a week instead of 3 times a week, because next week is a Melanin chat week, which means I will be streaming on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Which is a lot. So may adjust that. But overall, I would love to know how you guys are doing with March Madness, if it's helping you, if you find it productive, etc. Because that's what it's all about. That's what it's for. So I'm running out of things to talk about on the break, mostly because my brain is very much still locked into the story, and I'm trying not to forget all of the things that I want to add into the chapter. So that being said, though, there's about 30 seconds in our break. So I'm going to say this because I don't think I said it earlier in the sprint. Make sure you're taking care of yourself, whatever it is that you're doing, whatever it is that you're working on. Make sure you're standing up, stretching, drinking your water, taking care of your health, your physical and mental health. So That being said, we are about to get into this next sprint. Is going to be our third sprint. I do not know if it will be our final one or not, but y'all already know how it works. There'll be 45 minutes on the clock. There'll be some chill hop in the background. And when you hear me talking to you again, it'll be time to come back and let us know what you did, how you did, all of that good stuff. So we're going to go ahead and get into this. I hope you guys are productive, and we will talk in 45 minutes. So happy sprinting, everyone. All right, you guys, that is it for that sprint. So come on back, let us know what you did, how you did, all of that good stuff. As for me, like I said before, I have a lot from the graveyard that I'm able to just kind of like repurpose and kind of like refresh or whatever you want to call it. So I'm up to 3,368 words for today. Most of it is copied and pasted, but you know what? I'm going to take the win for what it is. I'm going to take the win. So, feeling pretty good about it, honestly. Not going to lie. I still have to adjust my, whatchamacallit, my goals or whatever and dabble, but I'll probably do that a little bit later. Right now I'm just kind of like, cool, it's all coming together. I'm happy with it, because the thing is, when I moved all of this stuff to the graveyard before, I was like, I don't really want to get rid of it. It's good, but I'm like, it doesn't fit here. It doesn't fit where it's at. So I'm really glad that I'm able to kind of take it and, I don't want to say piecemeal it back together, or as a lot like to say it, Frankenstein it. But I do really like that it kind of just fits seamlessly. There are a couple of tweaks that I'm having to make here and there, because there's another character in the scene who wasn't in it originally, but a lot of the conversation still naturally flows even with her there. So I'm like, okay, cool, this works out. Great, good job, past Chelsea. So yeah, feel free to let me know how you guys are doing, and also let me know if you want another sprint. That was our third one for today. So yeah, let me know if you guys want to keep going or not. I'm pretty sure that was our third one. I'm almost 100% sure that was our third one. Yeah, it was definitely our third one. Definitely our third one. So let me know if you guys want to keep going, or if you want to call it here. Let's see here. JK said, just finished making lunch. Awesome. Glad you were taking care of yourself. Hopefully your lunch is good and tasty. I might need to actually get something to eat. I'm not super hungry at the moment, but I haven't really eaten much today. So taking care of myself is a responsibility that I should probably pay attention to, more so than I actually do. Benjamin said, watching Kenshin has been great. It's been a long time since I've gotten to watch an anime with that old 90s feel. Yeah, it makes sense, especially since it's a 90s anime. So I'm glad it's doing what it needs to be doing. So sounds good. Like I said, if it's basically just a remake, I might watch it possibly in the future, maybe. But I'm also kind of like, I'm kind of good on that. Some things I feel like once you watch it the first time, it's like, oh, this was really good and I appreciate it, but you don't go back and like watch it again. But there are very few anime where I'm like, I can just rewatch it multiple times and still get the same level of enjoyment out of it. Like, I know for a fact off the top of my head that I can rewatch Yu Yu Hakusho, I can rewatch Ouran High School Host Club, and I can rewatch that time I got reincarnated as a slime. I can rewatch those from the beginning at any moment and be completely content and happy to watch the whole thing, even though I know what is going to happen. Surprisingly, I can also do that with like, what is it, Alpharetta? I don't know. I really like that one too. So yeah, it kind of just, I guess it just depends, but Kenshin is not one of them. Kenshin does not make the list. Let's see here. Lunch was delicious. I think it's just the texture of what I'm eating that I don't like. So I'm looking for alternatives to eating yam. Might make the blended pepper with potatoes next time. Sounds good. Speaking of anime, have you watched Spy Family? I have watched Spy Family. I like it. I like it a lot. I'm not gonna lie though, I like season 1 more than I like season 2, but I also feel like the intro to season 1 is also just a banger, and that just got me hyped for it. I also like the perspective of Lloyd and what's her name? What is the wife's name? It is Yor. Lloyd and Yor. I like their perspectives, and season 2 is a lot more of Anya. So I like Anya. I think she's cute. I think she's funny, especially when she's like at school and dealing with like Damien and such. But sometimes her perspective can be a little much for me. So yeah, but yeah. But that being said, you guys, I am not going to keep you guys. I'm pretty sure that was our last sprint for the day. I think I'm going to call it here. Get up, stretch, breathe, do all the things. So that being said, thank you for joining me for March Madness Writing Sprints. I will be back tomorrow for my regular sprinting time at 11 a.m. So make sure you subscribe to the channel, turn on the notifications so you don't miss when I go live. And if you haven't already, please go ahead and like this video. If you're watching this in the future, leave a comment letting us know how you're doing, what you're working on, all of that good stuff. And yeah, gonna call it here. Thank you guys for joining me. Be sure to check out Shannon's sprint on her channel. She's starting at 6 o'clock. There is a link in the description box below, and as well as links to my books, the podcast, and all the various little things and tidbits that I do around the internet. So get into it. But that is it. Thank you guys so much for being here. And until next time, I hope your days are lovely and your books are interesting. Bye.